Hey.
Hey.
You ever try to get out of a really scary situation and your best bitch is in your way?
I mean, no.
Like, move, bitch, get out the way, but kindly.
Oh, I mean, I might have been on the other side of that.
You might have been.
A little bit.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I'm Trish.
I'm Ashley.
This is Pink Collar Paranormies. I think we got it this time.
I think we did too. We're getting better.
Welcome back.
Hi.
I don't even know what episode we're on, and I don't care anymore, but I will tell you this much.
5.
5.
Yes, 5. This is the 5th recording.
Yeah, 5th episode.
5.
Yeah. What's new?
Nothing.
Okay.
Working on getting out of her fucking way.
Girl.
We'll get into that later. You'll hear that story.
Well, we have new mugs.
We do.
Do you like our mugs?
Look
Look
Trish
how
made
cute
these
these
for
are.
us.
Yeah.
They have our names on them.
So we can remind ourselves how much we don't suck.
Yeah. That's a true statement.
I'm joking.
Shots fucking fired. How
are you?
Nothing.
How's Rosie?
Rosie.
I'm going to ask every time.
Rosie. Rosie got stuck on the base of the fan and just shut off and then screamed for 20 minutes while I was getting ready.
We need our weekly Rosie updates.
Oh my God. Then today, this was fun. I've never had this happen before. My smoke detector, I was upstairs getting ready to go do the physical therapy and stuff, and my smoke detector started going off downstairs. I ran because I'm thinking something's on fire, the dog, ran, and I get halfway down the stairs and it turned off. It wasn't the beep where the batteries.
Okay.
I'm like, what the hell set my smoke alarm off?
That's weird.
I'm like, oh, maybe carbon monoxide. Like, no, nothing. Everything's fine.
Right.
We're alive and well.
So last night, I think I was on the phone with you.
Yeah.
Was I on the phone with you?
Probably. You're always on the phone with me.
I know. But I was on the phone and I was eating a taco, and Remy came up, my dog came up underneath the table, and his ears were like, he's got the hair that hangs.
Yeah.
I swore it was like a fucking monster. I was like, still like nervous from the other day, I think. And I was like, ah! And I was like, whoa, it's just Remy.
Listen, I've been seeing shit out of the corner of my eyes for days now. I'm like still scared from our last endeavor.
Yeah.
And we have a new endeavor coming up this weekend. It's Trisha's birthday
It's my birthday.
Weekend. Well, the weekend that we're recording, not when you'll see this. Our birthday will be past.
Yeah, my birthday will be past. I'll be a year
happy
older.
Belated.
I'll be in a new era.
New era.
No, actually, I won't be in a new era. I'll just be a year older in the era I'm in.
Yeah, that's a true statement. I had to think about this.
I'm like, what?
So we have big plans for Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday's going to be a lot of fun. I'm scared.
Do we spill the beans or no?
It's up to you.
Nah.
No?
We'll
Okay.
keep guessing.
All right, we'll keep you
But
guessing.
this one, it's one of the scariest places in America. It is very known.
Literally,
like top 10.
I'm just going to say this. Been outside of this place and was very unsettled.
So I haven't been, but this specific place, when Trish got back, she showed me a bunch of pictures. She sent me a bunch of pictures.
Well,
and
you were on the phone too.
I was on the phone with you.
And I was like, what the?
Yeah. But then I zoomed in on the one picture. And that was the first time I really saw something in the window. Oh, yeah. Now I'm catching things in windows all the time. It's actually really annoying.
But we'll add those with the other. We get some good stuff when we
do.
When we're not trying them the most, I think. But anyway, I'm a gassy bitch today. Okay. I feel like I had soda or something.
Keep it on your side of the room.
Anyway.
All right. So
where'd we go?
We went to Burlington State Prison.
County Prison.
Yes. Yeah, not state. Sorry.
In Mount Holly, New Jersey.
Geographically fucking
okay.
challenged.
So I I will say that we will be back for a nighttime investigation. We did do a daytime tour to get the history and get the feel and the lay of the land.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what you got.
All right, so we went to Burlington County Prison in Mount Holly, New Jersey. It is one of the oldest prisons that are still standing.
Yeah.
And I think the original fire-proofed buildings. So we'll get into the history and the construction, and then we'll get into the good.
It was an impressive place.
It was
I
very
have to say,
cool.
Walking up and just like looking up at it, I was like,
yeah.
oh, we're
so
here.
we get there.
Yeah.
I take her. I don't tell her what well, you knew we were going to Burlington or no?
I knew we were going to the prison, but nothing else.
Okay.
Trish, she's like the best boyfriend, not boyfriend ever. She took me on a whole date out there and like surprised me. The only thing I knew was we were doing the history tour of the Burlington prison. I knew nothing else.
Yeah. And then we get there and they're not open. And I said, what the hell is this? So we got so lucky. The person next door at the art gallery ended up opening the prison for us. Didn't even charge us. So we left a donation.
Nice. Yeah.
And let us have free run of the place. And that was, I mean, we didn't get the tour that the person who usually works there would have given us, which is okay because we did our own, investigating on the history and stuff, and we read all the plaques and did all the fun stuff.
I mean, I think we had a pretty good history tour.
Yeah, we learned a lot.
Our own.
Yeah,
pretty good ghost tour.
Shit. I mean, being the first one in there after it was like empty all night was very active. I'm just gonna say that.
It was.
It was. I can't even. I'm still processing. We'll get into that.
Yep.
Let's talk about the history a little bit.
All right.
So this prison was open for more than 150 years. It was isolation, executions, overcrowding, suffering. There was some escape attempts, plenty of death. Many believe that this prison has prisoners that have never let go. And they're still there. So we're here to figure that out, right?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they're still chilling.
They're chilling. The construction began in 1808 and the prison officially opened in 1811. It was designed by Robert Mills, one of America's first professionally trained architects, the same man who would later design the Washington Monument. Mills believed the architecture itself could influence human behavior. So he introduced a new way of reformed prisons. So instead of just overcrowding and throwing everybody in one room, he designed it where they had their own cells. They would have showering times, they would have meal times, they put them to work. They kind of structured a life of quote unquote reform. Did it end that way? No, but this was the intention behind
when it first started,
which they actually used that intention and platform for the Eastern State Penitentiary. That was where they got the idea from. Above the prison entrance is a motto that reflects the vision of the prison. Justice, which, while it punishes, would endeavor to reform the offender. For the early 1800s, this was a radical. The building itself was a fortress. Stone walls, brick construction. I mean, the thickest brick I've ever seen.
That wall, I mean, I'm sure we're going to put pictures in at the end. We took a ton of pictures, but those walls just standing there looking at in the courtyard, especially just seeing what was surrounded was just, I mean, they're high.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's very peaceful.
It was very beautiful.
Vaulted concrete ceilings, heavy iron doors. Officials believed the structure would be nearly impossible to destroy or burn down, which was true. Many of the original locks, hinges, doors, and cells still remain today. The prison was originally designed to hold around 40 inmates, but as the decades passed, overcrowding became a major problem. At times, over 100 prisoners were inside that building. And if you've been there, which we have, you know that 100 people in that building would be disgusting.
So let me interject real quick just to paint this picture because I'd never been there. She had. So when we went up, we went down, and then we came back up, and I was like, did we just do a circle? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, that was it. Like, not in a, that was it. Like, it's a very amazing place. Two thumbs up, go there. But I thought it was bigger from the outside.
It looks bigger.
It looks a lot bigger. And I was like, wait, we're already back to where we started.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, there's so many corridors to go down, though, too. It does kind of, it was cool.
Yeah, but imagine 100 people in there on a hot summer day, no air conditioning. This dates back to the Quakers.
We didn't have deodorant back then.
No, I don't think they had much.
That place was just smelling like sweat.
I don't even think they had electric back then.
Teeth.
Jeez.
I have a thing with teeth and breath. Like
the prison.
I know you don't. Okay.
Let's start this sentence over.
No.
The prison contained what became one of the most infamous areas, the so-called dungeon.
The dungeon.
The dungeon.
They had the consumption in the dungeon.
Interestingly enough, the dungeon was not underground. It was actually on the top floor. In the center of the cell was one iron ring to the floor, and they would chain the prisoner to that ring. There was a very small window in there, and there was barely any light that would get into that cell. It's supposedly one of the most haunted spaces in the entire prison. When I was there last time, the person who gave our tour, it was just us. He locked the front door, opened that, and let us in there.
Wow.
And I'll tell you right now, it was a very unsettling feeling inside that area.
Was that the one that was at the end of the hallway and it was just gated off and locked and padlocked?
No, this is in the center of the prison on the top floor where the one guy is sitting on the floor. You looked in and you said, ah.
Oh yeah, the guy that scared the statue that scared the crap out of me. There was no statues except for like you get to this one floor and there's like 3 statues in the cell, and I like wasn't expecting to see a statue. Like everything else was completely empty. You could open the like iron great doors, walk around. It's completely empty, hollowed out.
Yeah.
And then here I have furniture all of a sudden and a dude sitting there looking at me.
She screamed. It was hilarious. Lesser known parts about the Burlington prison is the women's ward.
Yes.
Believe it or not, they had a women's ward. Female prisoners were kept completely separated from the men. Access to their wing was restricted, and for years, the warden's wife acted as an unofficial supervisor for the female inmates because there was no paid female matron. But what makes this history especially disturbing is that the women were not alone inside these cells. Historical records show that infants and young children sometimes lived inside these prison walls with their incarcerated mothers. Some records mention babies only weeks or months old living behind the bars. Young girls were imprisoned there too, including at least one documented case involving a 12-year-old girl who was charged with arson. I mean, she might have needed that. No, I'm kidding. No kids need that, but that's fucking crazy.
Oh.
Arson? What did she try to burn down and why?
Listen, in my experiences, there's some kids that, listen, sociopaths start as children.
Yeah,
let's be real about this.
You have a point.
Let's be real about this. Like, you got kids, I'm going to use a very vague thing here. I don't like to talk about patients that I've had personally, but there are children. No, so children, children do come into hospitals that have murdered their family pets or pets in the wild. Like not pets,
I don't
but
like that at all.
But these are all, so that's why they do need to be institutionalized. Yeah. They do need help because when they're not helped, it's pushed under the rug and we say they're just children. These are the children that turn out like John Wayne Gacy, like Jeffrey Dahmer. Like it's just.
Yeah, he had a few people under his house.
Yeah, well, he started off with animals.
He did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also arson, like this girl, who knows? Like 12 years old is not normal. Back then, though, it's iffy. Like she could have lit like...
She could have been making a fire in her kitchen to cook bread.
Yeah.
Just poor thing.
Not like today. Today, like kids burn down their whole house with their family in it. Okay, different story.
Their stove was literally in their kitchen and it was a open flame.
Well, she's 12 and she's a kid and she's like, I just want to light this stick on fire. I mean, and then it blew... You know,
they're Quakers back then. I don't think they had electric.
She's probably learning to cook and it went wrong. Like, who knows?
Right.
It's just, you had to say, I mean, listen, you breathed the wrong way. You were a witch.
I guarantee you it was a man that said she's going to jail.
She's going to jail. She's arson. She can't cook.
She can't, that little witch.
Oh, God. It's like when my smoke detector goes off. She can't cook. She's going to jail.
She's going to jail.
Bye.
Well, one thing that we were talking about when we were there is you said, I bet you nobody's escaping from this place. to your surprise,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to let you know on a little something.
No, it looked like a fortress.
It did look like.
Well, I was looking at the wall. I'm like, how would you ever even get up and over
You
that?
literally said that. You're
I'm like standing at it, and I'm just like my neck is breaking, looking up, and I'm like, yeah, no.
no, I'm not trying that.
No.
So even though the prison was designed to prevent escapes, inmates still found ways out. One of the most famous escape attempts happened in the 1870s when prisoners managed to break through a ceiling and reach the roof. 4 inmates escaped. And this would be our friend group. The 5th prisoner reportedly couldn't fit through the opening and informed authorities after being left behind. He was pissed.
I couldn't go, so we ran out.
Fuck you, motherfuckers. I'm ratting.
If I can't come with you, y'all coming back to hang out with me. I can't be here alone.
Can you imagine?
That's like if I die.
They got out and they were like, nope. Little Timmy ratted on.
He didn't want to be by himself.
I can't. Over the prison's 154-year history, inmates escaped through ceilings, passageways, roofs, and hidden openings. Despite Robert Mills's revolutionary design, the reality of the prison life was harsh. The prison eventually became overcrowded, outdated, and increasingly dangerous. Over time, violence became a major part of its history.
I want to go back and find the passageways.
I would love to do that. Maybe that's where it's like blocked off and stuff.
Ooh, I want to know why it's blocked off. There was just at the end of the hallway, there was this door and there was a railing in front of it. And then it was padlocked. I'm like, what's in there?
Mm-hmm. I must think right now, because it's a museum, it's probably storage for the museum.
Probably, but my brain goes to, what are you hiding? What secrets?
Right, I know.
Tell me your secrets.
I want to know everything. So tell us about the murders.
Oh, so, well, they were justified. One was a murder, and the rest, I guess, were justified because a judge said they're going to die.
Okay.
So we'll go with that.
So content warning.
Yeah, content warning. We're going to talk right now. We're going to get into death, beatings, hangings,
all the things,
all the nitty gritty stuff that happens in a prison, apparently, in this era. This era. So in 1857, one of the darkest kept incidents connected to the prison involved the murder of prison keeper Noah Shin. He was brutally attacked by inmate Franklin Hulse. According to the reports, Hulse struck Shin repeatedly with a stove poker during an attempted escape.
Oh God, that's like an ice pick, right? Like it's long and...
That's the thing you poke into the fire to get it to get hotter, I guess.
Do they call it fencing?
No.
You ever see fencing? The long...
Yeah, the
long pokers?
Oh, but this thing had the point and the little bloop on the end. And reinforced fears about dangers inside the prison's walls. So now they're saying, well, if one of the prison keepers could be murdered, it can't be safe in there. What are they doing wrong? We're having escapes. We're having now people getting murdered on the inside. This isn't supposed to happen. So now you're putting fear into a community. And if you've ever been there, if you've ever been to Burlington, it is a tight little, these houses are adorable. They're very close together. And I'm picturing that back then it was probably a very tight knit community of people.
Oh, yeah.
So then we can go back to, sorry, give me 1 second here. So hangings. Now, when Trish and I went, the coolest thing I think ever was that they still had the guillotine.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? Guillotine?
Well, the guillotine is when they...
Not that, the hanging
podium. The platform.
What's the proper name for it? I know there is one.
There is. Let's Google it.
You Google while I talk about this.
Okay.
So there was still so we went out to the courtyard. When we were walking through the place, aside from our experiences of what happened, I happened to look out this window, and the window was with bars, and then there was spikes in between the bars and the bars in the window glass. And then I could see the
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I think that's to keep the birds from making birds' nests in the window.
I mean, it looked like I wouldn't have touched it. Are you sure? Maybe edit that.
And I meant to tell you.
Wait, I thought it was okay, now we need it to be. Are you sure? I don't know if she's sure.
I'm positive.
It's the window, and then it's like the like bars, and then there's these spiky stuff. Okay, you know what? You probably are right. Did you figure out what it's called yet?
I'm looking.
Okay, so anyways.
Gallows.
Gallows.
The gallows.
Thank you. I knew there was a word.
There was a word.
All right, so the gallows are still in the courtyard. 7 inmates were hung from the gallows in 1811 to 1906. There were 7 total. The very last to be hanged were Rufus Johnson and George Smalls. They were a double hanging on March 24th in 1906. They were both convicted of murdering Florence Allinson. She was an English-born governess working at a children's refuge in Moorestown.
Oh, God.
The crime was solved quickly, and the 2 men were hanged in the prison yard less than 3 months later. After they were hanged, they shut down the gallows, and now every prisoner that was on death row would have to be shipped out to Trenton. So other inmates that were murdered were, starting in 1863, it started with Charles Brooks. Then in 1894 was Wesley Warner. 1901, Charles Brown. 1902, John Young. And then in 1906 was George and Rufus. A cool thing that I really loved walking through is they have the original walls, and they have the original walls in death row. They put plexiglass over it so they can't crumble anymore. But the inmates had written all over them. And one of them had written that about his friend that was hanged and wrote, he's dead the day he died, like wrote a whole thing about him.
Yeah.
I think I have the picture of it somewhere.
Yeah.
But the writing on the walls were like,
there was calendars
really,
too. Like
they made calendars. It was sad.
Yeah, it is. There's a heavy feeling in that area.
You think?
I do.
But let's go on to the ghost story. So another thing that I thought was really cool that Trish brought to my attention was when we were in the courtyard, I really wanted to see the gallows. Like that was my thing. I was like very drawn to it. It was almost beautiful. There was like bees buzzing around and butterflies. And here's this like monstrosity that used to hang people. You can see the grooves in the wood where the ropes hung. And, you know, it's all roped off with chains around it so you don't go on it. But of course, me, I'm like trying to look underneath. I'm like, is there a trap door? Yeah. Like I was very intrigued by it. But then Trish stopped to get my attention and she's like, come over this way because the
the spirit box
going
crazy.
And I guess on her last tour, what had happened, they told you?
They told us that it's not confirmed, but that there had been inmates buried on the site, right, on the grounds. So we did get a few things. I believe it too, because back then, you know, who knows what was happening really.
Whose family was claiming them.
Right, moving them and stuff like that. I mean, even if they just passed of natural causes and they weren't even executed, like maybe they didn't have anyone to transport.
They had
who knows? They might have had the consumption. Yeah. So we did get some stuff on the spirit box.
But I was sitting there, and I'm sitting there in the courtyard with you. I was on the picnic table. I'm looking at these huge trees that grew, the high walls, the gallows, and the place where they're all supposedly buried. And I'm like, imagine the only time you get outside, you're staring at what your demise is going to become, the gallows. And then you look over and there's where your buddy's buried.
Right.
Like that little bit of like peace that you get from being out in this beautiful courtyard is staring at death.
Yeah.
Death right in the face.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that feeling. I mean, granted, they probably deserved it. I say that lightly, like I'm not.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
If they murdered a child.
Here's my thing,
you know,
with death row. Here's my thing.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Okay. Is it Anthony Eccles, the Memphis 3, West Memphis 3?
I don't know.
He was on death row. He was framed for murder. And he was so innocent.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I feel about death row. I will tell you this, that there is a lot of innocent people who have definitely taken.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. So it's, but then there's some that I say, you know, take them to hell, but also I don't know.
I feel like either way, it's a hard one.
Very
Because
hard.
you have, like, for example, let's talk about, we have the driver that just killed.
Oh
that
my
just-
God. Go to hell.
And murdered that
Go to
little
hell.
girl.
I'm done. I don't want to know nothing else more about that.
He can go, like, goodbye.
You know, that's disgusting.
But then you have people that are, like you said, like they were wrongfully framed, wrong place, wrong time, or whatever it was.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Damien Eccles. I said Anthony, and I'm sorry
That's
about
okay.
that. It's
I wouldn't
Damien.
have known
Damien Eccles. He wrote a book. His book is excellent. If you get a chance to read it, you will be in tears. But
Okay. Well, also, like, not to get into this either, but I'm from Massachusetts. And if you ever look up the Crystal Worthington murder, there's a lot of speculation. Yeah, we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
I went to school with the other kid that was on trial. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
So we'll get into that maybe later on.
That sounds like a good one to cover.
Yeah. Well, I would like to go to Mass. I would like to go to Cape, and
It sounds like we're going to Mass.
it sounds like we're definitely
I'm just
going
gonna
to
have to
Mass.
rearrange some things, but we're going.
So Maddie, a lot of people don't know I had the lovely chance to be a guardian of this amazing girl for a few years in her teenage years. Now she's going to be 21. So my little Maddie, she's the apple of my eye, but she just sent me a bunch of cool spooky stuff in Mass that we can go do.
Cool.
Oh yeah, she sent me a ton of
So
stuff.
I'll meet her.
Yeah, oh yeah, you'll meet Maddie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love
We're coming for you, Maddie.
We're coming home, baby.
Yeah.
But let's go. We're getting too sidetracked here. So the prison's most infamous spirit, let's talk about him. His name was Joel Clough. So in 1833, he was convicted of murdering a young woman after she ended their relationship. She's like jealous boyfriend.
Men.
Men. Sorry, we love you, but like men. Before his execution, he was confined in the isolated top floor death cell, the same punishment cell often referred to as the dungeon. It still exists to this day, and this is the one that they don't just let anybody into, right?
It's closed off.
So according to prison lore, he spent his final days there awaiting execution before being hanged in the prison grounds. After his death, all these reports began, like immediately after his death. They claimed the guards and the inmates both thought they were hearing rattling chains, footsteps in empty corridors, moaning from vacant cells, unexplained noises coming from the upper level of the prison cell, the dungeon. He became the prison's most legendary ghost over time. A lot of visitors claim they've seen shadow figures near the top floor cells. Others report cold spots, feelings of dread, hearing movement when no one else is present. And that gets us to our fun-filled time. Thanks. Our fun-filled time at the Burlington prison.
So we had walked into the prison and, we have 9,000 things with us because we're still going to investigate even though it's day of time.
We had full run of the prison. They weren't doing a history tour. The kid was so nice. If you're ever going to watch this, you were phenomenal.
Yeah.
He was like, have a ball. Like he didn't care. He's sitting there having a
cool.
snack and he's like, all right, you guys, like he was from the art gallery.
Yeah.
He did us a solid by opening the building.
He really did. He hooked us up.
He did not believe
I was
in this
like,
stuff.
please, we drove so far.
He wanted nothing to do with it, but...
Yeah, he's like, I don't really believe in that stuff, but good luck, have fun.
Yeah, literally. We're like, okay, bye. So we had full reign to like sit in the cells, stay in whatever. Like we just could do
there was
whatever
like
we
one
wanted.
other couple that was like on the
but they were like
in and out.
opposite ends of us the whole time. They were never near us. We crossed their path going from one end to the other, and that was it. So me and Trish go down. I'm just going to set you up on this one. So me and Trish go down into what I, now looking back at the history, was death row.
It was, yeah.
It was death row. And I'm like, all the gates were closed to the cells. And I'm like, oh, but they're not locked. So I'm sitting here like opening it, like looking around, messing with it. And then this.
So I pull the recorder out and I'm just going to, film some things, la-di-da. And I have on my phone one of the apps going just for shits and giggles because sometimes I don't really, I just think that they're like a gag kind of. They're
fun, but are they really?
I think they use your location. I think that they feed into. I think they're, built to be that.
Yeah.
But they're fun. They make it interesting.
They are fun.
So I'm walking and the thing says, I'm stroking your hair. And now, mind you, my anxiety is through the roof right now.
It was cold. It was.
I'm asking Ashley if she has the EMF reader.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, my hair goes boop, like hard. And I was like, nope. I just turned around. I'm trying to get out of this hallway, broad daylight. I am running for the door. Ashley's standing and she goes, look, I opened this door. And I'm like, please move. Can I get through? Can I get through?
Panic stricken.
In the most nicest
And
way
the EMF
possible.
reader was going off.
It was going off.
It was like beep, 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 beep.
It
I'm like,
spiked.
oh, door.
It spiked. My hair got pulled. I'm trying to exit immediately because I wasn't prepared.
But I now she's trying to get out of this area. It's not clicking in my head what happened. So I have the whole jail cell door open and I'm against the wall with the door open. I'm like, look, it opened.
My heart's racing out of my chest. And I'm like, I don't know what this is that's pulling my hair, but I don't want it near me right now. I wasn't prepared. So like I said in the first episode, I am scared shitless every time. But when it happens, it's awesome. It's such an adrenaline rush.
So yeah, this one's panicking and I'm like, la-di-da, whatever. We go, finish out. Now I'm talking to her and I just see something walk past the hallway, down the hallway. And I'm like, I don't think that was the people we're with.
I'm like, no, it just pulled my fucking hair. You
Literally.
asshole. I'm like, please move.
I'm like the comic relief. I'm like, okay.
Girl, I mean, it's been a while since anything like that's happened to me.
I got my turn real quick.
Hold on, not to even cut you off, but I'm going to say this one last thing. So after that happened, or right before that happened, we'll have to rewatch the video. I said, what did I say? I said something about there was no one here. We're the first ones here all night.
Yeah.
And the spirit box goes, I've been here or I'm always here.
I'm always here.
And then it started ramping up and it just got crazy.
It just went haywire real quick.
Like we were not prepared
and
for that.
I'm seeing something out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, okay. And then we were in the cell. I went into one of the cells and I used the spirit box and that was like going nuts. We have that on video. And just sitting in the cell, like looking around, I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
This would suck. There's a heavy feeling. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of activity in that prison.
There's a lot.
And so later that night, Trish and I, of course, as always, we take all the footage, we go back, and I'm listening to the snippet of when her hair got pulled. She cropped it and sent it to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's a man's voice.
And I'm like, no.
She's like, no, there isn't. I'm like, that's a man's voice. I'm telling you, it was right after her hair got pulled.
Yeah.
Or right before it, maybe.
It's 3 times. It's 3 times in it.
Well, no, but originally, before we did all the other stuff to the video.
Oh, yeah.
So the first time I was like, that's a man's voice. So she like asked Kevin. Kevin's like, no, it's like a door creaking. And I'm like, I'm telling you guys.
He said it sounds like something, but it sounds like a door being slammed near you, but behind you. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no.
Nothing got slammed. So now Trish, what did you do to it?
All I did was isolate the voices. Yeah. And then I slowed the audio down.
Third time, yeah.
And you can hear a man whisper.
Uh-huh.
You hear chains rattling. And then you hear a man like, or
that's
something.
That's what I heard originally, but I didn't realize there was so much. It's disgusting.
It made me want to puke.
I called Trish and I go, shut the fuck up. Are you fucking kidding me?
I was like,
no way. When I tell you, I expected to catch like the man's voice on there, and it was like it was cutting off part of whatever he was saying. But now you have a whole ass sentence being whispered by a man, and then a whole nother something getting whispered. And I put my earbuds in so I could hear it. Like you really can only hear it if you have earbuds or voice canceling headphones in, and you're like just like zoned in on it because it's very faint. But what did we think it said?
Get them, possibly.
Get them.
So I'm going to attach the clip in its normalcy, and then what I did, I'll attach both, right? And you guys decide what you hear, if you hear anything, and let us know, because I thought it said maybe possibly get them.
Yeah. It's
and then
something,
and then there's like clinking of chains rattling. It's it gave me the most disgusting feeling listening
told her
to
not
it.
to send me. So the second one, you can hear it that she did. And then she goes, hold on. She calls me. And we just keep calling each other back and forth because, like, you got to go phone to listen. So poor Brian. I'm glad we
Instead
don't
of
wake
just
him up.
doing this in the same room.
Yeah, we're just like, we're going to just, this is what best friends do. We're like at each other, like.
Anyway.
We're the same girls that literally had to time the movie together.
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. You're getting off track.
The scary one. I don't know. Anyways, but because we were both scared to watch it, but we didn't want to get up and go to each other's houses. We had to time it perfectly and be on the phone for the whole freaking movie. So let's make that make sense. So I'm on the phone with her. I'm like, I don't want, I'm downstairs all alone. Like, I don't want to listen to it. She's like, you have to listen to it. I call her back. I go, I fucking hate you.
So this is the first time as our team that we caught an actual EVP on recording.
I was scary. It's scary sounding. I'm sorry. That's
creepy.
Not earthly. It's no.
So it's creepy, which makes me want to do a nighttime investigation
obviously.
even more.
I want to get more of that.
Yeah, like I definitely am looking forward to doing that.
So that's Burlington Prison. Trish also did take me to the most amazing lunch where I had the best Caesar salad of my life.
We did. We went to, that building is super old too. That was in Medford up the street. It's about 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
And it was called Braddock's. And
yes.
The girls behind the bar were awesome. They let us look around and stuff, but there was a banquet going on, so we couldn't see the banquet room. But everything, like the old beams in the ceiling were there still. It was very cool vibes in there. And then
Trish went to the bathroom and yeah.
What?
Oh no, I'm getting to the rest of it.
I'm like, they don't need to know I went
Trish went to the bathroom. Well, we're gonna tell you about Trish's bathroom experience now.
I'm like, why are you saying?
So I got ballsy. Like there was no one around all of a sudden. I was like, hey, like anything weird ever happen here? And all the bartenders stopped dead in their tracks to go, yeah. And they start telling me all the shit that happens at this restaurant. They're like, we put the chairs up at night and they will go flying off the tables.
Yeah.
They were like, I will not go upstairs alone at all, ever. They said that there was a psychic that eats there. And she told one of the owners that there's a little boy from there that follows him. Is like with him all the time. The next night he goes home, he wakes up in the middle of the night and the little boy is at the foot of his bed.
Oh, that's right. She was telling me that when I came out. When I came out of my excursion.
Yeah, I was like, can you repeat all of that for Trish? Thanks.
Oh my, that place was cool.
That place was beautiful.
So the one bartender, I'm like doing whatever, reading the menu, whatever I was doing. And all of a sudden, like she pops up and I said, did she just come out of the floor?
She did though.
So she did. There's a cellar right in the floor. I was like, I wonder what the cellar looks like.
Oh no, I don't. Maybe I do.
Oh, I do.
Okay. So then Trish took us to, what was the name of that place?
Rancocas Woods.
Rancocas Woods. There you go. I didn't say that for 3 days
That place
straight.
is amazing. If you haven't been and you like antiquing and thrifting, that is your jam. They have some wonderful things down there. And now at this time of year, there will be all kinds of events on the weekends. And it was such a great find.
Early. We went when it was starting to close up and
Well, we also went on a Sunday. So they close early on Sunday. Yeah.
But still, I'm just saying, go make sure you have time because it's phenomenal. I was like, I was a little kid. We're playing like, is it haunted or not? There was like these creepy dolls. We're like, we had the time.
I'm like, come on, we gotta go to the next door. Come on, we only have.
I'm halfway through this one. There's so much more back there. She's like, no, we gotta go. I'm like, okay. So now I have to go back and spend a whole day there and all my money.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know. I'm glad it's far away because it's trouble.
Yeah. If that was next door, I'd live there. I'd ask for a job.
Yeah.
Like, can I work in this haunted store? Thank you.
I think with all the stuff that we collect, we could open our own store and retire on it.
Most likely. The best was we're driving and I'm like, that's haunted. Haunted. Haunted.
Everything
was haunted.
Like, that's haunted. It's haunted. And I was like, okay.
Pet store?
Haunted.
Definitely haunted.
Old Wawa? Haunted.
Haunted. Old ass vintage Wawa?
Haunted.
Haunted.
Listen, Morty hasn't gone off.
He hasn't. Morty,
so I don't know if I explained who Morty was. I know I said Morty's here with us. Morty is our REM pod. If anybody was questioning.
Why don't you get Morty and show him?
No, because then he's going to go off. If I touch him, he's going to go off. But Morty's a REM pod, and he makes noise when you go near him, right? So I named him Morty until something comes through on him, but he hasn't gone off.
Yeah.
One of these days, we'll get him.
Oh, yeah.
We'll catch him. We'll catch him. But I think that's all we got for today, right?
You sure there's not more? We just went through a lot.
I mean, that was a lot.
I mean, there's definitely more.
Yeah.
We could be here all night. That wouldn't be an issue.
Cheers from Pink Collar Paranormies.
Cheers. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Later.
Stay scared.
Where's the EMF reader?
In my arm.
I'm stroking your hair.
Oh, okay. Well, you were in front of the door. What's going on?
Take pictures. You're stroking my hair?
Oh, okay.
Oh, something just pulled my hair.
Okay.
Something just pulled my hair.
I also just opened this door.
Let me through here. Can you let me through?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the EMF reader?
In my arm.
I'm stroking your hair.
Oh.
Okay. Well, you were in front of the door. What's going on?
Take pictures. You're stroking my hair?